friends, welcome to the All-Canadian Reptile Girl. I'm Annalise and I love arboreal snakes. How they move, how they make their way through their enclosure, they are just spectacular. Today we are going to talk about my favorite arboreal or semi-arboreal snakes. Now, I know that there are a lot of folks out there who watch my channel that also watch Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles, and Adam pretty recently released his top 5 arboreal snakes. It is a great video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. There is definitely some alignment between Adam's top 5 and my favorites, but there are a couple that he hadn't considered that you might not have either when thinking of arboreal snakes. Let's get started! Okay, a couple items to address off the top. I think I just need to rip the band-aid off here. Antaresia does not make my list. No spotted pythons, children's pythons, Simpson's pythons, although as of last year, those two are now considered to be the same species. I know. Folks love Antaresia, and I get it. They're awesome. I'm sure I will have one day, but they're just not my favorites. And I'm supremely confident that they are well represented in other awesome arboreal snake videos. I hope you understand. The second item is to make sure we are all on the same page when referring to arboreal snakes. In today's video, I'm kind of using the term colloquially.
Colloquially. Is that the word you're looking for?
In today's video, I'm kind of using the term generally. Most of these would probably be considered semi-arboreal at best, spending part of their time in the trees and part of their time on the ground. But rest assured, these will still be very climby boys that I will be talking about today. So without much further ado, let's get right into it with the first on my list. Pretty much all snakes. All of them. You heard that correctly. All of them. Well, with the exception, I guess, of sea snakes and truly fossorial snakes like Brahminy blind snakes, and the next 4 that I'm specifically calling out on my list, but pretty much everything else. Which I guess would include Antaresia too, so I guess they did make the list after all. Look at that! If you give a snake the opportunity to climb, it will. Corn snakes love climbing. Plain hognose snakes, you betcha. One of mine is hardly ever on the ground unless she's sleeping. Ball pythons, yep, love climbing too. California king snakes, shocker, actually really enjoy climbing. Bull snakes like my buddy girls out here, oh wait, actually, no, they don't climb. Ha, gotcha, I pulled a sneaky on you. They love climbing too. Even many Kenyan sand boas will climb if given the chance. In North America, if you see a snake way up a tree or on the side of a building or anywhere that makes you say, how the heck did that get there? It's a rat snake. In the hottest parts of summer, hognose snakes will suspend on reeds or branches above the water's edge and pick off frogs from above. Dave Kaufman did a video talking about the study that discovered that behavior over the summer. And in one of my favorite fishing spots when I lived in Virginia, it would literally rain down water snakes from the trees along the shore when you approached. Yeah, my mom did not come fishing with us to that spot. Basically, what I'm saying is, give your snake something to climb, and climb it will, and then happily hang out or bask or nap. It's hard to tell the difference when they don't have eyelids. Or their eyes always closed. Now, does this really make them true arboreal or semi-arboreal snakes? Well, maybe not. And I guess this entry on my list is a bit cheeky, admittedly. But I really wanted to include this because it speaks to the importance of including climbing enrichment for your pet snake. I'm kind of sneaking a PSA in here, but not subtly at all. But no matter the species, give your snake stuff to climb and they will love it. They will climb and you'll get to see them do all sorts of cool stuff. So it's a win-win situation, really. Okay. Next up are boa constrictors or boa imperators. Boa imperators, like Tituba here, are found in many ecosystems in Mexico, Central America, and South America, west of the Andes. The larger boa constrictor is found in more humid jungles across much of South America, east of the Andes. Both species and their respective subspecies are notorious for hanging out in the trees. The bright red coloring that is seen on their tails, that Tituba doesn't have because she is anery, is thought to be used as caudal luring, with the snake remaining coiled up and camouflaged in the trees and wiggling the end of her bright tail to entice a curious little animal to come check it out and end up winning a free guided tour of the boa's digestive tract. I've only ever seen Tituba wiggle her tail as though she was trying this out once when we were outside. It was pretty cute, but I wouldn't say it's regular behavior for her. But what I can absolutely confirm is that she loves to climb. As these guys continue to grow, they become very heavy-bodied and spend less time high in the trees and more time on the ground or hanging out on lower, thicker branches. Adults are heavy and it takes a lot more energy to get up there, you know? I kind of imagine it like my dad looking back at the ropes in school at the gym and saying, back in my glory days, I could have climbed that rope in 6 seconds. And now he gets winded going up the stairs.
Hey!
What? Am I wrong?
Have you never heard of old man strength?
No. Have you ever heard of a salad?
Okay, good. Good one. Good one. Good one.
Would you say you raised me well?
Nope.
In the house, Tituba is a bit of a cuddle bug. She's kind of timid, almost like she has no idea she's a pretty big snake now. She prefers to hang out in your shirt, which is getting harder and harder for her to fit into because she is getting big, or under a blanket. But outside, her spirit of adventure bursts out and she will immediately explore in the direction of either a tree or the climbing umbrella. In the summer, when my dad sometimes worked outside, Tituba would often be his secretary, supervising his work from above in the patio umbrella. My favorite thing that she does when she's up there is gently swaying in the breeze with her head, just like this. It's so cute. Once she's up, she is not interested in coming back down anytime soon. Do you know how hard it is to get a climbing snake down from a patio umbrella? It is challenging and mostly requires 2 people, one to manage the head and one to tackle her stubborn prehensile tail. Number 3, carpet pythons. Fingers here is my carpet python. I got him in September and we're still getting to know each other. He's usually a little bit more vibrantly colored than this, but I think he's going into blue, so. If I had done this video in the summer, as I planned, I wouldn't have had Fingers here to share with you for this segment. Hi. I guess it worked out for the best, huh? Carpet pythons are native to Southeast Asia, Papua New Guinea, and Australia. Depending on which database you look at, there are either 6 or 8 subspecies of carpet pythons. The largest, the coastal carpet pythons, can get as long as 13 feet, although 9 to 10 is more typical. The smallest subspecies is the Darwin carpet python, which is what Fingers is. They typically get between 6 to 7 feet long. Aside from being curled up in the background of an enclosure build video, this is Fingers' debut on my channel. I think he's doing quite well. But he's not new to YouTube, having made his online debut on Adam's video for his top 5 arboreal snakes. So he's an old pro, I guess. Carpet pythons are great snakes. They have a gorgeous pattern. I love the blocky shape of their head. They are big, but not too big, if you don't have a coastal, that is. Great eaters. They are curious and active and stubborn. Did I mention gorgeous? They are really neat. Some carpet pythons can be a bit spirited, but aren't usually hard to tame down. Oh, he's so sweet. Oh, I love you. Don't go through my ponytail, please. Thanks. We're still working on Fingers, but he has come quite a long way. He hasn't ever really been too defensive, but he has been quite skittish. That's okay though. Like I said, we're getting there, and he's practically 1,000 times better than when we first got him. Because we can pet under his chin now. Hey. Yeah. It's my face. Aww. Such a sweetheart. Fingers has been with us for 2 months, but he is still in his quarantine tank, which is not an ideal setup for a carpet python. But my dad just bought a big wood and glass china cabinet, super cheap from Restore, which we are going to modify and seal and convert into a nice arboreal home for Fingers. His living space will end up being about 2 to 3 feet deep, 5 feet wide, and I think 4.5 feet tall, with some nice storage underneath. Normally we would do this kind of build in the spring and summer where we can work outside, but he cannot wait 6 months in his quarantine tank, so we'll have to put up with an indoor build over the winter. Sorry, Mom. I promise you will see the finished product at some point, likely with a dedicated carpet python video down the road. If you want to see that video, why not hit that little thumbs up button down there in the corner? Not the one in the corner that goes like this. We want this one. Click this button. This is his first ever actual video, and I think he's a little bit nervous about it, so just give him some encouragement, some positive reinforcement. He's a good boy. He's huffy though. Here's a fun fact. Carpet pythons are called carpet pythons because they are unique amongst all snakes for their ability to use their sharp teeth and dexterous body to weave grass and vines into intricate blankets and cloths that they use to make their own hides every night. And that is a perfect example of why you should not just blindly believe what someone on the internet says, no matter how confidently they say it. Do your research.
Trust but verify.
Carpet pythons actually get their name from their beautiful patterning being similar to what was seen in some eastern rugs and carpets. Neat, eh? Okay, home stretch here, people. Just 2 more to talk about, and this one is probably going to surprise you. Lake Chapala garter snakes. I did a whole video introducing these guys a little while back, and you can check that out here. But let me sum up why these guys make my list as my number 2 choice. 1, I just love garter snakes, and you guys should probably know that by now. Lake Chapala garter snakes are found only around Lake Chapala in Mexico and nowhere else in the world. In the wild, these guys are found in one of 2 places, either in the water or shoreline hunting, or in the trees basking, napping, or mating. But not just any trees will do. They need to be trees or vegetation growing out from the water, like willows or trees with branches extending over the water. Basically, they prefer to have water directly underneath for them to drop into for a quick getaway. They are both semi-arboreal and semi-aquatic. How cool is that? While not thought of as arboreal overall, I would say that in my experience, garters love to climb more than most popular pet snakes. My valley garter snakes are always climbing the branches or ledges off of the ground. My coast garter snakes love hanging out in their plant to the point where they've kind of stunted and changed how it grows. It's like a bonsai, but with a snake doing the shaping instead of the wires and clamps. My plains garters are the garter climbing champs, spending easily half of their time up in the great canopy of the mighty flourishing pothos that has taken over their entire tank, slithering from leafy platform to leafy platform. As climby as they are, most garter species are usually considered to be properly terrestrial snakes, but Lake Chapalas are actually documented out in the wild as being semi-arboreal. Because of this tree-loving behavior, I will be upgrading them from their current enclosure, which does have some climbing enrichment and a giant water dish, to a giant paludarium. It's going to have a great swimming area on the bottom, and there'll be lots of climbing branches and trees and ledges. I am super excited to see them in there. But since it's November in Canada, this might be waiting until spring. Sorry. And my number 1 choice for semi-arboreal snakes has to be, of course, Macklots Pythons. Was this really a surprise to any of you? I mean, come on. This is Hobbs, and he is without a doubt the most truly arboreal snake I have. These guys are naturally found in Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, East Timor, and allegedly the northern coast of Australia. They are closely related to olive and water pythons. Oh, and until about 30 years ago, spotted and children's pythons were thought to be related too, with them belonging to the Whaaaat genus, but they were reclassified as Antaresia in 1993.
Why are you... What? Why?
I'm just trying to tie Antaresia into this list as much as I can. I know people really love Antaresia, and I don't want them thinking I'm weird for not including them in the list. I don't care about whether they think I'm weird any other way.
I think that ship has sailed. Everyone knows you're weird.
Alright. Anyways, back to the champ here. Let me tell you, they love to climb. Hobbs is amazingly good at getting into things. I've done a couple videos on Macklots Pythons. In fact, I just filmed one the other day. I'm not sure if it will be out before or after this one. I've done a lot of filming recently trying to catch up. I'll do this, put to corner, just in case it's already out. These guys overall are constantly underestimated as amazing pets. In my personal opinion, these guys are hands down the best pet snake if you are looking for a snake with personality and intelligence, and if you enjoy the challenge of untangling a snake with an extremely strong sense of what they want to do, and one of the best prehensile tails out there. If that's what you want, then this is the snake for you. Look no further. Just between you and me though, sometimes taking Hobbs off of something to put him back in his enclosure takes longer than the time he was hanging out with us and around us. No joke, seriously. That tail. Hobbs loves to go outside and is very active, hanging out on the patio umbrella or the climbing umbrella or anywhere he wants to climb, really. And he's super sweet, inside or out, after he's done some exploring and gets himself into spaces he shouldn't. He usually comes back to one of us and curls up around our shoulders and then just sits there and watches TV or naps. Again, the eyes, who can tell? When he's ready to go home, he gets right into your face, kind of like what he's doing now, or to your ear, and he huffs loudly. These guys get such a bad reputation, and I firmly believe that it is unfounded. Now, if I just randomly pointed to the corner like a weirdo a minute ago for a video that's not out yet, why don't you click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you will know the second my updated Macklots video goes out. You will find out why I believe that their reputation is unfounded and what we can do to improve it. Well, that's it for today. What did you think of my list? Did you agree that by my admittedly very loose definition of semi-arboreal, a lot of snakes could be considered as that because most snakes do like to climb? And would you guys be interested in a video of my favorite truly arboreal snakes? You know, those cantankerous green tree pythons or emerald tree boas, that kind of thing. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember to nurture all nature. Bye! Hobbs, I say this with the most amount of love I can right now. Why? 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 Oh my goodness, my hair is terrifying. I didn't think my hair was that bad, buddy. Hello, you're very close to my face. I don't know if I trust you there yet. You're a good boy. Where are you going? Okay, let go of my elbow, you're breaking it. That is my bone I can feel you touching. Carpet pythons are stubborn, apparently. Okay, no! No. I didn't think you would actually make it, buddy. Now he's all grumpy. He's gonna go around my neck.
All right, let's go.
No. Ugh. No. We'll never know. Now, he looks much more innocent than he is.